Hello everybody, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
And today we have in review
The 9th Age, GameCrafter, Paths of Magic, and Flux Cards Review.
Is that enough, big of enough a name for you?
It wasn't.
9th Age, GameCrafter, Path of Magic, Flux Card Review. Okay. Are these the Empire Army?
Of a sort. I guess technically no, it's because it's only a kingdom.
And these are available from?
So this is actually two different sets. One is the Flux cards, the other is all of the Paths of Magic decks. And you get these from GameCrafter.
Okay.
There's, if you go to the 9th Age, I probably should have put that page on here. The 9th Age site, there's a ordering cards link there, and this takes you to the page. Mm-hmm. And if you click it, it links you right to the ordering a deck. And I just put the top, and this is the top of the website page for the cards in a box. There's cards in a box. There's just cards. There's just Flux cards, and there's just a box. However you want to do it. I ordered the cards in the box. Now,
this is cards in a box. Yeah.
What's a little important here is you see this buy 20.99.
Oh, over here.
Yeah, it's on the top of the page in the graphic on the right hand side. So if you don't have your browser maximized or using a cell phone, you might not notice it.
And you can't figure out where to click.
Yeah, and you won't figure out where to click it. So just FYI, I thought it was important to point out. Make sure that you go to the upper right hand side when you're ordering them.
Okay. Or to order them, otherwise you're not going to. Yeah.
Yeah, and then lower on the page it actually shows you all of the other ones. You can just go to this website and search the 9th Age, and they all come up also. So it's very easy to find.
All right.
So this is what I got in the mail. 2 sets. One was the Paths of Magic cards in a box, all shrunk wrap, and the Flux card just came in a Ziploc bag separately.
Okay. Because they sell them separate.
Correct. There is not one set. You get both.
Okay. So
this is the back side of the box and the back side of the pack of cards for the heck of it.
Okay.
So it's a nice box.
Yeah.
So first we start with the Flux cards, and you basically get 2 sets. So the blue set and the purple set, and then you also get the 2 extra ones for Undying Dynasties. This is the other side, so you see it's 1 through 8 plus the Well of Souls 2 cards.
Okay.
So you actually, in theory, you don't really need 2 sets of these.
Yeah, I guess it's 1 for you, 1 for your opponent.
Yeah, exactly. So if you got buddies that you always play with, you can split the cost if you want to save some money. Take what you need and let them take what they need.
That's the point.
You know, if you're not using...
As long as you're not overlapping.
Yeah, if you're not overlapping on Paths of Magic. Well, for these, you're not.
Correct. For Flux cards, you're definitely not.
So...
No, I'm saying for the whole set.
Yeah, but it's a separate set, so...
Oh, with the Flux cards by
themselves. You just buy one and 2 in each of you just take one. You don't have to buy...
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. So this is... I open up the box set, and you pop it off, and you basically have 2 baggies with...
you said you could share it with your buddy. You didn't offer me.
You're not my buddy.
I guess that answers that
You're my opponent.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. I interrupted. No wonder.
And you haven't asked as usual. You have assumed. You know what that means. So you get all the cards in 2 bags. Now, I will tell you, they are not in all... They were kind of in a random order, so I had to organize everything.
You had to sort them?
Yeah, I had to sort them. Not a big deal, but just FYI.
That's a one-time thing, right?
When I was double-checking that I got all the cards, it's like, oh, no, I only got 3. Oh, wait.
They're somewhere else.
So here's all sorted, and you don't only get all the Flux card. I'll say all the Magic cards. You get all the Magic item cards and all of the...
Not items.
I'm sorry.
The bound
items, and you get the abilities on creatures and everything else. So you get a whole bunch of cards, not just
the spell card.
Not just the spell card. So as you see here, you've got on the top, you've got all the first 2 rows are all the Paths of Magic. Then below that you have the Runecraft, which is not all the runes for the doors, just the rune magic stuff.
Okay.
Then you have bound magic, you got blessings, you got this Sylvan tree singing, you got totems, and you get these. It's 2 cards, and they're flipping back and forth with casting chances, which is kind of nice. You get all the hereditary spells, and then you get a magic effect,
miscast.
On the other side, it's actually the magic phase. So you basically have a little magic phase card. So it's very nice.
So the
because I never remember the miscast table. So
the effects of the miscast.
Right.
No, I haven't. I don't have that yet.
I remember ones.
I remember the 7s.
Yeah. So in the 7, yeah. So this is actually a mirror image of the 2 casting chances. It's thaumaturgy on one side and everything else on the other. So
okay.
And so you get 2 of those.
So they do give you the one with the thaumaturgy,
Yeah,
which is nice. Okay. And the spell effects. And you said on the back of this is the magic phase.
Yeah, the other
order.
magic point. Right.
The order of the phase or whatever. Okay.
Then here's just the other side of the alchemy. And these are basically repeated from what you see on the website, but they're, just to be clear, they're like playing cards. So they're slick. You got a little bit of a sheen to them, so they're going to be resilient. They're not going to get all curled up or whatever.
Right.
You don't have to put them in protectors are nice, but the problem is they're super slippery.
Right.
You know, and they take a lot of space up when you have a lot of them. So all the spells, and then
the one thing the only negative I've seen at all with these, and I've seen your cards and I've seen other people play them, is they only give you one of the attribute, even though it's something that you can get multiples of.
Correct.
Like, I would like to have seen at least 3 of these.
Yeah.
You're usually not going to get more than 3 off, but the ones that can do multiple times, I would like to see more of.
I would have frankly preferred that in some of the other specialty cards, but I can use tokens. I'm not so concerned. Right. Cosmology. This one's a little interesting because it has a separate card for duality rules. So, but okay, whatever.
Is the other side of that?
It's just
the same back as everything else?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. It would have been nice if they would have had this to have the, what are the 2 things called? Have one side of Cosmos and then you flip it over and it's Chaos, so you know which one's the last.
Yeah.
That could have been interesting.
I bought.
I'm really good at telling people what they should have done.
Yeah. To me, the nicest way to do that is, because you may have multiple casters, is just go online and buy some old Othello markers.
Oh, black and white.
Black and white.
Yeah, you flip them.
Yeah, you flip them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
in the set of cards for each magic path, they also include the bound spells.
The bound
from
versions
those path that somebody else gets.
Correct.
Because you can see down here, this is in Sanstall, and
right,
Dynasty.
and it's hard to read it, but they tell you what each one of these is for. Correct.
But no, that's good because it tells you.
I was not
races
expecting all these bound things, so it's like, I thought I was just getting paths of magic, and maybe a handful,
Okay.
So that was rather interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, and here we have divination, the attribute, and then we've got the 2 bound versions below.
And that's another one with the guiding light that would have been helpful.
Yes.
But no, you're right. Use markers.
Yeah. Druidism, once again, bounding version at the bottom. Now, one thing about Druidism, if you back up, because you've got...
Backing up's never easy.
Yeah. Because you got the Fountain Youth attribute and you have the Oaken Throne, so you have 2 things that are going on with it. So it's 2 cards.
But it's okay because they're both...
It's fine.
They're both singles. They're only one-use things.
Right.
So that's okay.
Yeah. Evocation with 2 bound versions of it. And I mean, one of the things you don't like about their cards is you'd like them to be a little more graphically inclined on the side.
Yeah, I kind of like the more...
A picture. So...
I like pretty pictures.
And I would agree, but I prefer having but I like the cards.
But this is the detail, so cards are nice.
And occultism with 1 bound, Pentagram of Pain for...
Could have sworn somebody has this as a bound spell. Could be wrong. Maybe not.
Well, it might be on another... You'll see.
Oh, okay.
Here's Pyromancy. You get a lot of cards.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of cards. That one's simple. Then Thaumaturgy with a bound version for...
The Hand of Heaven.
WDG. No, that's Demon Legion, sorry.
Demon Legions.
Yeah.
Demonic
Legions, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody can't add 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5.
I did that twice.
Okay. Just saying.
I was lucky I just had all the cards. And Chilling Hell for the Ogre Kingdoms. There's Scarification and all the cards. And you'll see the blue, red, and black text is all on there, so you know what's going on, just like in the...
Oh, correct.
Just
like in the book, which is actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of
I
color.
think they did a fantastic job with these.
I do too. Here's Witchcraft.
Yeah. Another one suffering from the single attribute, but just tokens.
Exactly. And then here are all the rune magic ones.
Yeah. I like this.
Yeah. So then we get into bound magic, and these are mostly...
magic items?
They're either items or they're an ability you can assign to a character.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah, because I know these 2 are special items. The Rod of Battle and the Embraces.
Correct.
Okay.
And then you have totems for the beast hers on top. Then we have the blessings for And this is where they could have done multiples too.
Aren't they only single casts?
Is it single cast for these guys?
Thought so. Maybe I could be wrong, but I thought
There's single cast per guy. Okay.
Right.
And then you have the tree singing, which that's fine.
Right. Well, I know you can have multiple units with the Blackwing totem.
Yes.
Totem.
Correct.
Right. It's only
Yeah.
Anyway,
So the tree singing is funny because they actually have it's the only one that has a unique front to it with the Sylvaneth symbol.
What do you mean?
On the other side, it's got
Oh,
the same meat pie emblem, whatever that is.
Oh, so it fits the Sylvan Elf.
Yeah, it's the only one's a single. Everything else fits another set, so it's kind of funny how they did it. Now here's all the hereditary spells, and you say every army. There you go.
Yeah,
as well as you see the bottom, you have
including the new
and the bound version of it.
Infinity.
Yeah, and this is the newest one for Demon Legions.
For the new version of Demon Legions. Okay. Nice. Bring the pain.
So that's in this. So it's a lot of cards.
It is. It's a ton of cards. And
now, if you buy both sets, you get 2 bags with the box set. You get 1 bag with the
Flux
cards. Thank you. What I ended up doing is I ended up putting the Flux cards and all the specialty in one of the bigger bags, and I put all of the actual paths in another bag, and I had the small bag loose. And what I was going to do there is like, before I go to a game, I'll just pull out what I need.
Pull out the current path you're using, and
the path and the Flux cards and whatever magic,
specialty.
and put it in a small pack, and I can either take it out separately or I can keep it if I want to have the other ones for my opponent. So, and they all actually fit back on the box.
Okay.
So you got one package and boom.
So even the Flux cards separately still fit in the box.
Yeah,
with the others.
yeah.
Okay,
I mean, there's a
nice.
slight overlap of the cover, but it's nothing of consequence. Yeah. So yeah, I was quite impressed with these. I was waiting for the rules to lock down before I spent money on them.
Okay. And I understand they have a return policy if these get upgraded. Something like a $10 credit if you mail your old cards back.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know that you would bother, but it's there to try to.
Yeah, well, I bought the box set, which was $20. So maybe. I guess it just depends. I'd have to do the math when the time comes.
Right.
We won't know in theory, we won't
Hopefully
know
not
for a while. Frankly, I'll probably just take a Sharpie unless it's crazy and update it.
I mean, small updates, you take a Sharpie and you update the card.
Yeah. But I'm hoping I don't have to worry about that for a year. So never know. But
you never know.
Yeah.
But I think you're probably correct.
Because these are not locked like the rules. But
that is correct. All right.
Reasonable. So, yeah, I definitely.
It's a nice set. I think I might buy them.
Yeah, I definitely give it a thumbs up.
Even though I'm not, like I said, I'm not as big a fan of these as I am the other cards. But I do like these. I think they're really nice, and it would be nice to. What I had at least last couple games I played, I had an opponent who's actually had the set.
Right.
And they pulled out my spells and laid them out on their side, so they don't have to keep asking me what you've got. So I thought that's really nice, and I probably should do that myself.
I think it's
that way have those available to me.
Yeah, it's really nice. I really like them. And that's what I was really surprised how many cards. I wasn't expecting so many cards.
Yeah, for $20 or whatever.
Maybe if I read it more clearly, I would have known that, but I just wasn't expecting it for whatever reason.
Okay.
So, all right. So definitely a thumbs up from me.
Yeah, thumbs up for me. I've seen yours, and I've seen other opponents with them, so I think they're very nice. Anyway, all right.
Okay. Till next time.
Thanks for listening.